Hi, I'm Rob Davies at the Abbey Hotel Golf Spa. Why can't you hit it as good on the golf course as you do on the driving range? Well, that's what we're here to look at today. Let's raise your game. So there can be a variety of reasons why you're not hitting the ball as well on the golf course as you're doing on the driving range. The first thing I would certainly look at is how you're practicing off driving range mats. You can be hitting some really nice golf shots with an angle of attack that's not particularly effective for the golf course. The angle of attack is simply the angle at which the club is either striking down to the golf ball or up to the golf ball on. And one of the key elements to consistent ball striking is a downward strike with irons off the ground. Every good player does it. The average angle of attack for a medium iron, say a 7-iron on the PGA Tour, is over 4 degrees down. Even the lady PGA Tour players are around about 2 degrees down. So they all do it, and it's something you have to get right. So I'm just going to hit a few 8-irons now at my usual angle of attack, which is around about 5 degrees down. Right, so now I'm going to do 3 with an angle of attack that's a little bit closer to 0, let's say, which is, I see this quite a lot, and the strikes can feel pretty good but may not be quite as good for you on the course. We'll have a little look at the TrackMan numbers and compare the two then. So here's the averages of the first 3 shots, and as you can see, the angle of attack is my usual 5 degrees down, and I would expect the results to be just as good on the course even from variable lies. The next 3 shots I hit off the softer bit of the mat with an average angle of attack of 0 or level with the ground. If this is similar to your delivery, chances are you'll also hit a lot of iron shots on an ineffective slight upward strike. Although distance results were very similar, I wouldn't expect them to be anywhere near as consistent on the course.
So if you're the sort of golfer that's out on the course more comfortable with the ball perhaps sat up a little bit in the semi-rough, then what I would recommend you do is get to the driving range, cut out a dozen ball bucks, just the sides and the front bit, pop it down on the driving range mat, about a ball's width back from the golf ball, and hit some shots. And it's a great visual aid to give you the feeling of the club striking the golf ball on a downward blow. And you can even hit some shots to test how accurate you are with your angle of attack. Let's give it a go. So you might see a little bit of movement from the ball box, but that's only going to be the vibration of the mat if you get it right. But of course, if it goes wrong, there's going to be a collision somewhere around here with that box, and it's going to go flying off the driving range. Let's give it another go. You might just clip it as you start taking it back. That felt really good. And the only movement was from the impact of the mat after the golf ball.
So a really simple but effective little exercise you can do there on the driving range to give you some feedback as to whether you're creating a nice angle, a downward angle of attack with your irons, or of course if you're hitting that ball box, catching it on the way back up, it's soon going to show up. Nothing beats obviously going to go and see a pro that's got a decent launch monitor, because that will measure your angle of attack. And obviously if you're struggling to create that downward strike, then there's issues in your swing that you can iron out. Be careful when you're practicing off little T-pegs on the driving range or softer bit of mats as well, because as we've seen with the numbers there, you can sometimes be lulled into a little bit of a false sense of security and not convert things out onto the golf course. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up the video and subscribe to the new channel as well. Any comments I'll be more than happy to answer, and look forward to the next episode. Cheers. Right, so this is what will happen even if you create a zero angle of attack, so you hit kind of the ball at the exact low point of the swing. Gosh. Okay, so my box has ripped into shreds there. Sorry, whoops.